What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Crypto Catch Up with me, Benny. Now, I'm not in my normal room because it is bloody hot outside. So I'm in the kitchen, in the living room, I've got the aircon on. It's nice and cool, so we can get through this. Now, this should be quick because what we're going to be having a chat about is blockchain protocols, their applications, and this discussion of fat versus thin. So, I know you're keen to find out what the hell that means, so let's get into it. Alright, so what do I mean fat versus thin? Well, fat, I'm not telling you that you need to go eating salad, because we all know that salads don't make friends. And I'm not going to tell you to go and do some exercise, because it is hot outside, even at this time of night. However, there's this discussion that's been going on for some time on the internet around the value creation, or where the value is being captured within blockchain protocols and their applications. Now, for me, it's kind of a null point, but where it's coming to is the fact that people are actually making their investment decisions off this, so it's worthwhile discussing. Now, of course, this is not investment advice, and anything I do or say cannot be constituted as legal advice either. So do as you please. So what I'm talking about here is that there was this narrative that's been created online by somebody from usv.com. Now, they've talked about the fact that back in the old days, back in the 70s, when TCP/IP and all the internet protocols and other protocols were created, protocols such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, UDP, TCP, TCP/IP, Telnet, FTP, every other TP, whatever it may be in the world. Now, back then they were saying, not a lot of value was captured within those protocols. Not a lot of people invested in those protocols. Well, one, they weren't able to be invested in back then. But two, they're saying, all the value that's being created on the internet now is not on those protocols. It's not within those protocols. People aren't buying those protocols. They're open source. They're available for anyone to use. But what people are doing, however, is obviously companies like Google, like Facebook, once was MySpace, and those big internet companies are capturing a lot of value in the application layer and not in the protocol layer, which enables those applications to run. Whereas the argument is on blockchain side is that it's actually the inverse. The inverse in the fact that blockchain, all the value currently is being captured in the protocol layer and not in the applications. And an example of that is, Bitcoin, $111 billion as of today. That's at the protocol layer. The applications built on top, like Lightning Network, a couple of 100,000. Ethereum, 23 odd billion as of today. CryptoKitties, IDEX, Fork Delta, Bancor, any of those applications built on top, not worth so much. So what does this look like in a picture? Well, look at this. I've drawn one for you. You've got the web. It has this big juicy application layer, and then you've got the protocol, not getting a lot of love. You've then got the protocol over here in blockchains, nice and juicy, and the apps not getting a lot of love. Now, why people are making investment decisions off this is because they're going, wait a minute. What does this mean? Does that mean that if I invest in just protocol projects, just ICOs that are building protocols, that's where the value is being captured? That's where I'm going to make the money? Ka-ching? No, that is not the case. Now, it kind of has these arguments to and fro, but it's one of those things that's really worth considering. Is it just point in time, or is that going to change into the future? So a couple of the arguments that you see online as well, this has been made possible with the shared data layer, because if you were Google, you couldn't compete with their Google search engine, but on Bitcoin, you can use a protocol and not use this exchange and use another exchange. For me, that's not really a good example. Then there's this talking of tokens, the tokenization, and really that's why this makes any sense, is because people look at Bitcoin and Ethereum and they're investing and going, wait a minute, look at the price rise of Bitcoin. Wow, maybe we should build on top of Bitcoin. Okay, so we build an app on top of Bitcoin or on Ethereum. And they think that they're doing really good to build something on top, but they're actually investing, and people then come and speculate on the price of the underlying protocol. They're not speculating on the price of, where the crypto kitties are getting to. And that's what this whole argument is about. And it's something that I'm really keen to hear from the community, what they think. Are you out there investing in purely protocols in the hope that that's going to be your ticket to Lambo Nation, Moon status, or whatever it may be? Because for me, it's not the case. Now, I do love protocols, but the problem with it all comes with interoperability. We still do not have a global definition of what is a blockchain, let alone cryptographic algorithms that talk to each other. And if you look at history and someone like Peter Thiel, there is not a great amount of correlation when we look at value creation and value capture. You can create a lot of value at the protocol level, but it doesn't mean you're going to capture that value moving forward. So have a think on it. And if you are investing based on this kind of principle, let me know in the comments below. I'm really interested to see, is this actually forcing people to do something in this space to make investment decisions in the hope that they are going this way? Catch you later.